What's up, PokeMoshPit? Shofu here, and it's been a while since I uploaded here, but I had my reasons, and you guys might not necessarily agree with them, so I'm going to keep them to myself. Anyways, I have a battle here against poedrevonte, and I'm using the more underrated Sun because I've been using Rain so much, so I decided to switch it up, and my opponent is using pure Hail Trash with no Pokemon to abuse the Hail. Anyways, so he's going to lead with his Abomasnow. I'm going to lead with my Ninetales, and fuck, it's hot. So, I'm going to predict him to switch into his Heatran here because if you saw the team preview, you could see that he has a Heatran, and my most Ninetales cannot do anything to Heatran, but my Ninetales does have Hidden Power Ground, so I predicted him to switch into his Heatran, but he actually switches into his Vaporeon. Another great switch because I can't really do anything to Vaporeon either except burn it with Will-O-Wisp. But I'm going to be forced to switch out here because since the Hail is up, the Surf will be at full power. So I'm going to switch into my Starmie knowing that I can take any move from that thing unless it has HP, Grass, or Electric, which is pretty much not viable anymore because of so many Ferrothorns in OU. So he poisons my Starmie, not a problem because I do have Natural Cure. Now knowing that he probably won't use Toxic again, I'm going to switch out and go to my Lilligant, that Kashif, and I thought he was going to use Wish, or maybe, I don't know what I thought he was going to do, but I knew he would not use Toxic again, which is why I switched out to my Lilligant, but he brings in his Abomasnow, which is all bad, so I'm going to be forced to switch out, back out to my Mozilla, and he's actually going to predict that switch out and go for the Elite Seed, so that was a good move on his part. Doesn't really matter in the long run because the only reason Ninetales is on this team is to set up Sun. It's not really on this team for like attacking purposes or anything like that. It doesn't really need to be at full health unless I need to switch it in. So I'm going to switch in my Mankey, and he's going to switch in a Latias, which is all bad, so I got to switch out, go to my Vegas. Heatran's purpose on this team is to set up rocks and then wall Latioses and Latiases because those guys can be big threats. So, you know, Choice Spec, Surf, and the Sun only does around 35% from Latios to this Heatran, so it's not really a problem. But because he used Psychic, I can pretty much safely assume that he does not have Surf. So I'm going to predict the switch out. Either way, I would have won for Stealth Rocks if he stayed in or if he switched out, so I didn't really need to predict anything. But he brings in his Vaporeon as I use Stealth Rocks. Now I'm going to go for the Lava Plume, just trying to burn it because residual damage on Vaporeon is always great no matter what it is, Toxic or Burn or Elite Seed. So because he used Wish, I assumed that he was going to switch into something to get their HP back, even though I don't know if I've hit any of his Pokemon yet. But I don't know, it was just, as soon as I saw him use Wish, it was instinct to use Roar, thinking that he was going to switch something in. So I roar him out to his Hitmontop, which is not great because now he can Rapid Spin my rocks away. So my hazards are gone now. It's okay though because I can safely put something to sleep now because I know his Hitmontop can't do anything to my Tangrowth. So I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder as he brings in his Latias. This is not that good. I would rather get either his Hitmontop or his Heatran to sleep, but there's really nothing I can do. But I can safely assume now that he's going to bring in his Abomasnow because he doesn't know what moves I have, so he probably thought I was going to go for Leech Seed or Giga Drain or something, I don't know. But I predict him to switch into his Abomasnow, and he does, and I hit him hard with an HP Fire. Ta-da-dom. Bitch! So because I know that he knows that I have HP Fire, I'm going to predict him to switch into his Heatran and go out to my Mozilla just to get up the Sun. Either way, I was going to switch out to my Mozilla just because he had an Abomasnow in, but I knew that he would most likely bring in his Heatran because I had just used Hidden Power Fire 2 seconds ago. So now I'm going to switch into my Ruby. No matter what he does, I'm going to switch. I would have switched to my Ruby no matter what. Stealth Rocks, Fire Blast, Earth Power, because just in case he has the ability to set up Stealth Rocks, I really need them out of here. I cannot survive with Stealth Rocks on the field. So I'd rather lose my Starmie and have no rocks on the field than him have rocks on the field and I have a Starmie. So because of that, I'm just going to keep going for Rapid Spin no matter what he does. He could have probably killed me with a few Fire Blast in the Sun though. So I'm really grateful that he switched out. So he's going to bring in his Vaporeon. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, and I do indeed get a critical hit. He's going to go for the Heal Bell to wake up his Latias. Doesn't really matter. But right here I'm going to go for another Thunderbolt just to try and take out his Vaporeon, but he does indeed switch out and go back out to his Heatran. And yeah, the Thunderbolt does absolutely nothing. So he can indeed kill me before I kill him. And my strongest move to hit him with is Scald, and it would only do slightly more than the Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go ahead and make a terrible play and switch out to that Mankey because I really thought he was going to go for the Stealth Rocks again, but he ended up going for Fire Blast. And the thing is, Infernape is probably the only Pokemon I have on this team to take out that Heatran. So I made a risky move, and I paid the price of the bad prediction. I took a lot of damage from that Fire Blast, and I cannot afford to lose any more Life Orb damage or take any more Stealth Rock damage, especially since he has this Latias, which can pretty much wall me. I do have Hidden Power Ice, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't do that much to the Latias. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Vegas. Either way, he probably would have outsped my Infernape regardless, so I had to switch out. And like I said, I need to save my Infernape for his Heatran. So since he knows he's walled, he's going to switch out to a Hitmontop. I'm actually going to go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks again. And, you know, because I don't want him to be able to switch in his Abomasnow freely. As soon as that thing dies, that will lift up a huge burden on my part. So I'm going to go ahead and switch in my Tangrowth, because I know I can wall that thing first. And second, I can put something back to sleep. So he's going to go for the Rapid Spin after going for the Earthquake. And he gets my Stealth Rocks out of there, not a problem. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain, predicting him to stay in. Yes, I predicted him to stay in because I know that he would probably rather have his Hitmontop asleep than his Heatran. So I'm going to keep going for Giga Drain until he's... I'm pretty much making him assume that I'm going to keep going for Giga Drain. And as soon as he assumes that I'm going to go for Giga Drain the third time, I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder, predicting his Heatran to come in. And it works like a charm. I predicted him to switch in his Heatran, and I went for the Sleep Powder. Now this is really good because now I don't really have to worry about him setting up rocks anymore, and I can switch in all my fire Pokemon without taking residual damage on the switch in. Now because he's asleep, I'm actually going to bring in my Infernape, predicting him to switch out to something, not particularly Latias. If I knew he was going to switch in his Latias, I would not have brought in my Heatran because he definitely outspeeds me. I know he has a Gliscor on his team. I wanted to try and maybe take that out. But he brings in his Latias, so I'm going to be forced to switch out to my Vegas. Not a problem because I completely walled that thing. Now, I haven't seen him use Calm Mind yet, so I don't really need to burn him just yet. Plus, it is more in my favor to go for the Stealth Rocks right now because he does have this Abomasnow here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for these Stealth Rocks, and then I'm going to proceed to kill him. I don't really know why he brought in his Abomasnow into my Heatran. If he wanted Death Fodder, it would make more sense to bring in the Vaporeon, which is at very low health. But I don't really understand what he was doing here, but that's one dead Abomasnow, that's all I know. And that is a huge burden lifted off of me. I don't have to worry about stupid hail anymore. I can set up my Sun whenever I want and be fine. So he's going to bring in this Gliscor here, which is pretty scary actually, except for I have, you know, this Ruby here. I have Ruby and I have my Tangrowth as well. And I'm actually pretty happy that I didn't go for the Tangrowth switch in because he went for knockoff, and I would rather my Tangrowth have leftovers than my Starmie if I had to choose. So he's going to bring in his Latias. I'm going to go for the Scald. He was probably scared of it, so I'll go for the Scald here. And I really wanted the burn, but I don't quite get it. Obviously, I don't quite get it because I didn't get it at all. It's either I get it or I don't. But whatever. I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Mozilla here just to set up the Sun. And then I'm going to switch back out to my Heatran because I know I can wall that thing. He goes for the Recover. So I've seen 3 out of 4 moves. I haven't seen the 4th move. I'm going to assume that it's Calm Mind. And if it is indeed Calm Mind, I have to switch in my Heatran and I have to burn that thing now. Because if I don't burn it, it'll be able to set up all over my face. I do have Roar, but that's like it's like a last resort. I'd rather burn it and then roar it out so that it can't really do what it wants as much. So he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse, going to do absolutely nothing. I'm going to go for the Lava Plume, and luckily for me, I do get the burn on the first attempt, so that's awesome. And now I'm going to roar that piece of shit yellow dragon out of here. And that is just going to be one less problem to worry about, because without Latias, he can't really beat my team, considering what he has left at least. And so yeah, I'm going to go for the Roar, and I roar him out to his Vaporeon. Now, earlier I went for the Scald on his Gliscor because I knew that his Vaporeon was at low health, and I actually thought it was at 12% or lower. So for that reason, I thought that if he brought in his Vaporeon, that his Vaporeon would die to the incoming Stealth Rocks. But I guess that's not the case because he switched out and sent out his Latias. But whatever. So I'm going to go for the Lava Plume kill the Vaporeon. Now he's going to bring in his Gliscor. And I'm going to switch out, go to that Kashyyyf, knowing that he's definitely going to go for the Earthquake, because he wants to get my Heatran out of here because I know it's giving him problems. So I go to that Kashyyyf, and now I'm going to go for the HP Ice because, you know, I want to kill the, I clearly want to kill the Gliscor. But he sent in his Heatran here. He knows he can definitely wall it. So this is the perfect opportunity to go for the Healing Wish and bring back my Infernape Infernape being the only Pokemon that can kill that Heatran. So I go for the Healing Wish, and when I bring in my Infernape, I'm going to get all of my HP back. So that is just sick, because I really need my Infernape at full health in order to be able to take out this Heatran. So thank you for that health. Now, because I have my Infernape on the field, I 100% thought he was going to switch out, which is why I went for the Overheat, and appreciate that, big bitch. Sorry. Yeah, I love this ROM hack like that much. But anyways, I really 100% thought he was going to switch out, which is why I went for the Overheat, knowing full well that if he switched out, I would fuck up anything he brought in. But he decided to stay in. Luckily for me, he stays asleep for at least 2 turns. So, like, gosh, I really did get lucky. Like, I really got lucky that he stayed asleep as long as he did. Otherwise, I would not have been able to take out his Heatran. So yeah, I really did get lucky there. If he had just switched out like I thought he would, something would have got their shit pushed in. But I guess I can't control that. I can't control what he does. But yeah, so he's going to bring in his Latias and go for the Psychic on my Infernape. So I switch into my Big Vegas, and Big Vegas takes the hit easy. Now he's going to go for the Calm Mind, and I'm going to go for the Roar. So that was a wasted move, sir. You lose. So yeah, I go for the Roar. Get the fuck out of here, yellow ass dragon. And I roar him out to his Gliscor. And obviously I'm not going to stay in because I don't want to take an Earthquake. So I would probably stay in and die if he didn't have that Latias alive. So because I know he's probably going to go for Earthquake, I'm going to bring in my Tangrowth, and you can't do diddly to me. So I'm going to predict him to switch back into his Latias, or if he wants to stay in with his Gliscor, it's fine by me. So I'm going to predict him to switch out to his Latias, like I said, and then I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. So because he has Leech Seed and he's burned, he pretty much knows that it's just, you know, it's a loss waiting to happen, so he's actually going to run right now. But yeah, so I thank you guys. I'm out of here. Shofu, bye. Yeah, battle's over. Okay, yeah. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys for watching. Been a while. I might upload again soon. I don't know. Depends on a few things, actually. But yeah, I'm out of here. And hope you guys enjoyed, and deuces.